Okay, what's going on? We're gonna do another quick video this time. So, breaking from @Amuse, Democrat donor and Biden supporter Gang Chen was arrested for illegally selling secrets to China while employed by MIT. The professor received 19 million from the Obama administration and 29 million from the Chinese Communist Party. 2 hours ago, the story broke from Amuse @Amuse on Twitter. 4.3k retweets, 4.7 likes so far, one of them being mine. So let's get into the link. Let's get into the article. So, MIT professor arrested and charged with grant fraud Thursday, January 14th, 2021. And this is from the justice.government website, so Department of Justice website. So, defendant allegedly failed to disclose his work for the People's Republic of China, PRC, to the US Department of Energy. A professor and researcher at MIT was charged and arrested today in connection with failing to disclose contracts, appointments, and awards from various entities in the PRC to the U.S. Department of Energy. Gang Chen was charged by criminal complaint with wire fraud, failing to file a foreign bank account report (FBAR), and making a false statement in a tax return. Chen will make an initial appearance today before Magistrate Judge Donald L. Cabell. So this hasn't been broken, or this hasn't broke any news headlines at all, except this is the only area I found it on this Twitter website. Maybe I'll search more and try to find it, but like no three-letter mainstream sources are breaking it. Fox, CNN, MSNBC, MSN, anything. USA Today, nobody. So, according to charging documents, Chen is a naturalized U.S. citizen who was born in China. He is a professor and researcher at MIT, where he serves as director of the MIT Pappalardo Micro and Nano Engineering Lab and director of the Solid State Solar Thermal Energy Conversion Center. So, this was a higher up person who worked basically for the U.S. Department of Energy. So, since approximately 2013, his research at MIT has been funded by more than 19 million in grants awarded by different and various US federal agencies. And since 2012, Chen has allegedly held various appointments with the PRC designed to promote the PRC's technological and scientific rather, development by providing advice and expertise, sometimes directed to PRC government officials, and often in exchange for financial compensation. This includes acting as an overseas expert for the PRC government at the request of the PRC consulate office in New York, and serving as a member for at least two PRC talent programs. So this should be headline big news, obviously, but since that he is a Democrat donor and a Democrat mega donor, and he was funded by Obama's administration, 19 million they said, it's not going to be broken in the news at all, especially in the mainstream, because why would they? They don't want to harm their new president, the new administration coming in. So to continue, since 2013, Chen allegedly received approximately 29 million of foreign funding, including 19 million from the PRC Southern University of Science and Technology. It is further alleged that Chen's efforts to promote the PRC scientific and economic development were partially detailed in a February 2016 email that Chen sent to himself using his MIT email account. The email read: 1. Promote Chinese collaboration. 2. China places innovation scientific as key and core, not fashion, but because we must do it from historical trend as well from our stage. 3. Our economy is number 2, but from technology, structure of economy, and human resources, we are far from number 2. 4. We are paying big price in environment, not sustainable, as well as from labor costs. 5. Environment protection and development in the same place, environment even higher, clean energy of higher costs, reduce steel, cement. We must count on technology, cannot grow as fast. And 6. Communist 18th Convention. Scientific innovation placed at core. We realize not just independent innovation, but also internationalize a plan to plan for and facilitate. Closed door innovation does not work. Innovation is driving force. So this was basically a list that he emailed to himself, it says, in February 2016 to, like it says, promote Chinese collaboration, and basically notes of how China and his idea of what China is doing and what it must do to improve its economy and to improve its world standing. That's what I'm getting from this article so far. And let's read a little more. This is a longer article. From at least 2017 to 2019, when Chen was serving into several advisory roles for the PRC and PRC entities, Chen applied for and obtained a U.S. Department of Energy grant in order to fund a portion of his research at MIT. In doing so, it is alleged that Chen failed to disclose information about his ongoing affiliations with the PRC as required by the Department of Energy. So he basically was working as a double agent, as we can say. I don't know if that falls under spy or treason, but he was getting funded by China, and even more so by China than the US funded him. So Chen also allegedly failed to disclose to the IRS in his 2018 tax return that he maintained a bank account in the PRC with more than $10,000 in 2018. The charge of wire fraud provides for a sentence of 20 years, 3 years of supervised release, and a fine up to 250,000. So this just goes into the charges, and this goes into the attorneys and criminal investigations. So switch back to big screen. So let me know what your thoughts about this. Do you think mainstream media should be breaking this? I sure do. However, we both know that mainstream media is owned by the left and it is facilitated by the left. So the probability of this being broken by the news, mainstream news rather, is very, very slim to none, practically impossible. So this is why I'm here. I try to get uh, urgent news, I guess you can say, trending news. Not necessarily trending, but I feel like important stuff. And this is evidence of a quote unquote Chinese spy, but someone who was getting funded by China, by the People's Republic, even more than the Department of Energy. So he was working sort of as a double agent, getting funded from China, basically doing work for the United States. But after he would do that work for the United States, sent all his plans and all the work that he did do to China. So basically a double agent. I guess that's safe to assume and safe to say from the article we just read. So let me know what your thoughts about this is. And yeah, appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Appreciate it. Thanks.